Hey guys, Peter here to do an EP review today. I'm here to tell you about the latest from Sodom, Bombenhagel, out August 20th on Steamhammer. It has 3 tracks, 14 minutes in length, and this is the band's 9th EP. They are an iconic German thrash metal band. Now you're going to get 2 brand new songs, you're going to get 1 re-recorded song, but one thing you can say about all 3 of them is they have a very similar approach as far as the overall sound, as far as the overall presence, allowing the 3 tracks to stay very well connected, very linear, but also offering a sense of continuity. Something you not necessarily see in an EP. They tend to be a little bit more eclectic. It's not the case with this one. There's really a sense of coming together. There's a sense of cohesiveness across all 3 songs. This was supposed to be their calling card for the 2021 Summer Festival season. It wasn't meant to be, but they still decided to release it, and I'm glad that they did because we need more Sodom, even though they just released a full-length record in 2020, Genesis 19. Now, what to expect from these 3 songs? Starting off with Bombenhagel, the re-recorded track with the new lineup originally from 1987, Persecution Mania. This track has so much life in it. The drums and the guitars, the way they work together, really gives a lot of strength to this song. Great sound, great presence, really chunky at times, riffy, driven, gritty. These are all the things you can say about the guitar sound all around. A song that feels linear in its path, but the guitars really change the direction, or really change the perception that the listener has of the song, making the track feel a lot more dynamic. The vocals and drums together kind of balance things out. They kind of make the song feel a little bit more together. They bring a little bit of a sense of bringing all the pieces in and keeping them as tight as possible, because the guitars try to be a little bit more volatile. They really are the heartbeat of this track. They really push the song, giving it life, giving it dynamic, giving it momentum. Next you have Coup de Grace, a more traditional thrash metal track musically and lyrically. I love this song because it's short, it's compact, it's in your face, it's faster and faster. It just feels like it's always there. Tons of aggression. I love the way it moves. It has volume, it has substance, it has power across all the different elements. Vocals, guitars, drums, bass, everything is coming together to make this song as aggressive, as violent as possible in a very short period of time. So it feels very linear, but it also feels very to the point, and that's why it has that aggression in your face written all over it from beginning to end. A pure headbanging track from Sodom. Last but not least, my favorite song, Pestiferous Posse. I love the opening of this track. It starts off with a little bit of a riff, then it merges into the guitar solo, and that really explodes the track. That really allows you to understand that this song is going to be off to the races from the get-go. There's this explosion of energy that you can really only get from having the guitar solo at the beginning. Very old school style, very old school approach that I just love when you can pull it off on a track like this. Once you get over the solo, you feel that the song starts to gain volume. It becomes a little bit more chunky. It feels a little bit heavier with all the elements coming in together. But perhaps one of the most important elements of this track is the bass and the sound that it gives, because it adds strength to the overall volume of the track. It just really feels like it's adding a little bit of layers behind everything else, making the track more compact. The vocals rip through everything. They really punch forward every time they're coming into the scene, and they add a lot of aggression to them. So they feel like they're trying to break through. They feel like they're trying to go through it, and they are every single time. They're coming closer to you. That's the feeling, the sense that you get when you're listening to this track. Then there's more of a methodic piece where the bass really jumps into the forefront. Up until that point, you could feel it there because you could feel how big the sound is across this whole track, and it's because of the bass. But when you get into that more stretched out portion, that more stripped out portion of the song, the bass is allowed to come into the forefront, and then you kind of realize everything that was happening before was because of it, because now it's just a little bit clear for you to understand exactly the role that the bass has on this song. Once that is over, or while it's happening, you always have a feeling that things are going to go back to the aggression of before. And when it's over, it definitely goes back to that aggression. So it's a song that closes off as strong, as heavy, as gritty, with as much volume as possible as it did at the beginning, going 100% full circle. This is it. This is Sodom with Bombenhagel, out August 20th on Steamhammer. Let me know your thoughts on the band, on this EP. Use the comment section below. I'll be reading those and getting back to you. Take care, guys.